Good morning, good morning. Hey, Eddie Tricks, what's happening? Good morning from our side. We just left the house to take our morning walk, and already I gotta stop and clean up after Toby. Excellent. What's new, brother? Bear with me a minute while I clean up after this boy. Come on, Toby. Hold on, folks. Let me take care of this mess here. There we go. Oh, we're good, Eddie. We're good. Just doing our thing. We got up a little late this morning, but it's okay because it's still dark out. As you can see, it's a lot darker than it looks. The camera does really good at gathering light. It's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit out. It's kind of chilly. I got a jacket on, you know. Toby's got his coat on. We're fine. I saw you got all kinds of new businesses going over there in Kenya. Good for you, man. Good for you. I know what it's like to work far from home. I spent the better part of 10 years working out of state. It drove me crazy. At the end, I couldn't take it anymore. That's when COVID hit the country, so it was a good time when COVID hit. Yeah, I can't leave that in somebody else's yard. You know what I mean? If I don't leave it in my yard, why would I leave it in somebody else's yard? You know. All over the world, everybody's different treating their dogs. I was just talking with yesterday in a live stream with some Kenya folks, and they told me that they don't bathe their dogs or feed their dogs or anything. Their dogs live outside. They don't come in the house, and they feed themselves. Whoops. I'm sure Toby couldn't find his own meal. He doesn't even stick his head in the dog food bag at home when the dog food bag gets left open. I've never found him with the bag tipped over or anything. He doesn't feed himself at all. Come on, Tobe, keep moving. Keep moving. Hey, Paula. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's no point in having a dog if you can't feed it. That's like our dog club wants to sponsor dogs at the dog pound, at the animal control. And the animal control people were thinking that we would sponsor adoption money so people could adopt their pets, dogs out of the shelter. And our club said, no, we're not giving away free dogs, because if you can't afford to pay for the dog, that means you can't afford to feed the dog or take the dog to the vet if it gets sick. Most dogs there feed from the trash bins. Gotcha. Hey, Suru, did I pronounce that right? That's a different name and a different alphabet. Where are you from? I've never seen that alphabet before. You see, I let Toby do whatever he wants to do when we're walking. I let him do his thing. Sometimes, not every time. Half the time we walk, we're kind of strict with our walking on the 6-foot lead, but we've got the retractable today, so he can wander around and do his own thing within reason. Hi, Dino. Dino plays. What's shaking? How's it going this morning? This is where we're at, in case you're wondering. USA, baby. Home of the free. How's it? Land of the free, home of the brave. I almost had it backwards. Hold on, Tobe. You can see it's this time of the day, this time of the early morning that the kids are headed to school. Ooh. It is 7:21 a.m. We got a little bit late start on our walk. I'd like to get started by 6:30, but it's so dark out at 6:30. We stuck around the house a little longer, till 7 before we come out. If it was for just walking, we would have left the house and walked, but I like to do this live stream in the morning. Now that we're live streaming, I like to get it done in the morning. Not get it done, but you know. That way I got the rest of the day for work. As soon as I get done here, as soon as we get done with our walk, I'll be working. Hey, Rubberneck. What's happening, Rubberneck? This house here is being refurbished right now. We're just waiting to cross the street. There's a lot of traffic. That house there is being refurbished right now. When they get done with it, it's probably going to sell for 150, 200,000 USD. They only paid 40 for it. It was completely full of junk. There was some hoarder people lived there for 40, 50 years. And the guy moved out like 20 years ago. He must have died, and they sold the house recently. But it's got all new windows. It's really nice inside. Really nice woodwork. I've been in there. They took six full-size dumpsters worth of trash out of there. 6 full-size dumpsters were in that house. One of the construction worker guys told me that there was a pathway from the front door to the upstairs bedroom and to the bathroom, and that was it. The rest of the house was floor to ceiling full of junk. And it was junk. It wasn't good junk. You know what I mean? Like antiques or something. It was just full of junk. I actually worked with the guy that lived there. Years ago, I worked at the sugar factory. I was a young fella, and that fella worked there. They called him, he had a nickname. They called him Pockets, because everywhere he went, he picked up stuff off the floor, little pieces of trash, little piece of paper, a nut or a bolt or something like that. He would pick up and stick in his pocket. And he walked around with all 4 of his pockets, front and back, bulging. Let's see, we got to pick up some more Toby mess here. Just bulging with junk. And that's the way he walked around all day, every day. And that's where him and his mom lived, was in that house right there. I've walked past it for 40 years that I've lived in this neighborhood. And you could see from the windows that it was full of stuff. Okay, we got to pick up some more Toby mess. He managed to drop some more for us. Yeah, if we don't pick it up, somebody may step in it. Hold on a second, folks. I gotta deal with this. One more minute. One more minute. Hold on, Tobe. Hold on. We almost got it dealt with. There we go. There we go. All right. Rubberneck says sounds like her grandma's house before she passed on. Packed house. Talking trails in the basement. Yeah. That's what was going on at Pocket's house. Even in the bedroom, the construction workers told me, the guys that emptied the house out, because I walk past here all the time, and I stopped to talk with the workers, and they said that in the bedroom, the path that went to the bedroom, it went straight to the side of the bed, and there was only enough room for a person to lay down on the bed, and the other half of the bed was covered to the ceiling in junk. There was only enough room to walk in the bathroom, use the bathroom, and walk next to that bed and sit down and lay down on the bed on one side. That's crazy. Glad it's not me. Rubberneck says it was not fun cleaning that stuff out. Some of it was disgusted, molded stuff, and old canned food. So expired. Yeah. Speaking of canned food expired, I went through my cupboards a couple of months ago. Holy cow. I had stuff in there that expired 2 years ago. How long can something be expired and you still eat it? The expiration dates on the cans and boxed food, that's just best if used by. So from what I understand, you can use the canned food and boxed food like up to a year after the expiration date. Does anybody do that? Rubberneck says there were a few treasures, but mostly stuff ruined from laying around. Yeah, I understand that. When we bought our house, it was full. Bought it, contents and all. And there was a storeroom in the basement that had gotten wet before, and there was old stuff in there that got ruined. The best thing there was there was an old, probably early 1900s photo of a baseball team in a baseball field, and it was ruined, and I could tell that it would be something really nice. I've still got it, but it's in pieces. It's too bad it wasn't preserved. Let's see. Rubberneck says cans can last years after, as long as the can looks fine. And yes, you do. He just ate a can item expired in 2023. Huh. I can't take it. I throw all that stuff away. That's what I did a couple months ago. I cleaned out cupboard and threw everything away that was a year or two old. When last time we moved, my mom, when she moved from it's about 40 miles away to my town here, she had stuff that was 5 and 6 years old in there. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. God rest her soul. She would have been 63, I believe. She died 2 Christmases ago, just out of the blue. I think it was like December 23rd, 2 years ago. Mom and I were talking about it yesterday. Sandy had been real sick, and she had health problems. But you never expect anybody to just, ouch, to just up and die like that. Oh, thanks. She had 5 kids, 4 boys in a row, and then a girl. And the 4 boys are all Eagle Scouts. She's got a bunch of grandkids too. She was like super grandma. And I think her oldest grandchild when she died was maybe 3 or 4. And her kids were scattered across the states. And she was, the last couple of years she was alive, she did lots and lots of traveling, going to see grandkids, taking care of grandkids when new babies were born. She was super grandma. She's a pretty good sister. We got along as adults, but not as kids. Yeah, happy heavenly birthday to her. That's what Mom and I were talking about yesterday. Mom's 82 this year. Little Toby. This is what I see of Toby when we're walking. This is the view. He can heel walk and all that also. He'll do what you tell him to do pretty much. When you're outside, it takes a little bit. When you're inside, he listens really good. He obeys is what the word is, right? He obeys well inside. Outside, it's a little bit of a different story. Let's see. Rubberneck, did I meet you over at Miss Daisy May's channel? I think that's where I found you. Yeah, that's where we met. Yeah, she's great. She comes by every once in a while, a couple times a week, I think. She's just stopped by. Yeah, she's really nice. Everybody I've met on her channel is pretty cool. This is an old, it's not in use as a school anymore, but that's an old church school for this church here, St. Stanislaus. Leave it? Good boy. Yeah, Daisy May's mama has got, I believe her name's Kelly. She's got a real calming voice. I don't get to her channel as much as I used to. Like, trying to be a content creator and putting out all the content and takes a lot of time on top of work. Ouch. We left the house today. I didn't put my knee compressions on, compression sleeves. Ooh, I sure feel the difference. Stopped, let this boy sniff and check stuff out. If I let him mark all over the place, then he knows where he's at all the time and he won't get lost. So I let him do it. He's never, knock on wood, he has never run off from the house or anything. When he's loose in the yard, in the unfenced part of the yard, he pretty much sticks by me. He's young though, he's 3 years old. I don't trust him right now for off-leash walking like this. The puppy before him was a great off-leash dog. He was a Border Collie Aussie Shepherd mix. Charlie boy. You could walk him off leash for miles. I used to do once a month. I used to walk a 8-mile circuit with him. We used to walk like 3 to 5 miles every morning, and once a month we did the 8-mile circuit around town. and we could do it. I could do it with him off leash. He was an awesome dog. Hey, Johnny's World. What's shaking? You have 2 dachshunds? Cool. That's really cool. When I was little, like 4 or 5 years old, we had a dachshund. His name was Snuffy. A little smooth coat, brown, chocolate. I don't remember much about him. That was 55 years ago. Oh, you got 2 of them. That's cool. Right now, Toby's I don't think I've ever had more than 1 dog at a time. And Toby's my 1 dog right now. Female named Bailey and a male named Tater Tot. That's a good name, Tater Tot. Come on, little Tobe. This is my boy. We got a cat also. The cat has a dog, is what I say. The cat's name is Ike, and he's got a dog named Toby. It's funny, when we get near the house, if the cat's outside, the cat will run out and meet us and walk with us around the corner of the wherever we walk. Sometimes I have to pick him up when we're leaving for a walk and drop him inside the fenced-in area of the yard so that we can get away. He's really old and declawed. I don't want him far from home. He usually sticks around the house. I think he goes to like the next door neighbor's yard, and he goes across the street to look at the chickens, and that's about it. He's a real good cat, as cats go. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Come on. What's going on, Johnny's World? How's your puppies doing? How's them German Shepherds? Bailey and Tater Tot are brother and sister. 4-year-old. Toby just turned 3 Mondays ago. Not yesterday, but 2 Mondays before that, I believe it was. September 29. Three. There's on Sundays we go off leash with some other dogs at come on, get out of there. One of the local parks. Not every week, it's when we catch them. They're a regular walking bunch, and we just catch them when we can because we're not usually around on the weekends, not every weekend. I think we got one live stream uploaded from maybe 2 with the dogs walking all together. It's 4 dogs. Toby, a border collie, another border collie, like a husky, I'm not sure what it is, and a German Shepherd, a giant German Shepherd, massive. And they run around and play on Sunday mornings. Toby used to go to dog school 2 times a week. He went for the first 2 years of that I owned him. But he hasn't been in since April, I think. Since tax time. I got hard up at tax time and didn't renew his tuition payments. And he hasn't been back since. It's kind of expensive. Like, I think it's $30 a day for they call it doggy daycare. And it's like from 6 till 6 with a training 2 training sessions where they work on sit stays and walking through doorways and stuff like that. He's excellent. at doorways and greetings and all that. He gets along really well with other dogs. That was the other reason I sent him there. One of the reasons I sent him to the dog school was so he could play with other dogs, and that's what they did all day, you know, play with other dogs. He's super socialized. Is that the kitty? Is that the kitty? It looks like his kitty, but it's not. Come on, Toby. Looks just like his kitty. Come on, Toby. Come on. Come on. Come on. JD, my dearest, how are you? How are you, JD? Anastasia Blessed, good morning from my side. How's everybody today? We're out and we got some daylight. Toby's doing his thing. As you can see, we haven't seen any rabbits or squirrels yet this morning. Take it easy, Rubberneck. Thanks for coming by. Oh, hold on a second before you go. Let me hook you up here with a nice warm blue jacket. It's a little chilly out this morning. You want to give it a test run? Thanks for coming by. Check it out next time. We got you added as a moderator. It never occurs to me until near the end of a conversation to get the blue out. Yeah, Toby's a happy boy. He's happy to be out. We almost didn't make it out this morning. I woke up, I didn't feel so good. I was woke up in the middle of the night by a loud noise. I couldn't get back to sleep. I laid there forever. Couldn't get back to sleep. And I woke up with it. My stomach was upset. But we're over it now. Hey, Maria, good morning. How are you today? We are good. We are out doing our thing. I'm letting Toby do his thing today, which is sniff around everything and pee on everything. Now, in training, we're not supposed to let him do that. Our dog school training, we're not supposed to let him run around peeing on everything. But I let him do it because he's such a stud. He's such a good boy. That's his. If I got to suffer through him peeing on everything for him being such a good boy, I'll suffer through it. But like I said earlier, he's just building a roadmap. He's building a roadmap of how to get home if he gets lost because he done peed on everything. Maria says, what was the loud noise? I don't know. It woke me up. I was asleep when it happened. Oh, to live the life of a dog. All you got to worry about is what time you're getting fed. That's this boy. That's all he worries about is daddy going to show up at food time, right on time or 10 minutes late. He's got his own little schedule. After the walk, we go home and he eats his breakfast. And then I give him a big chew to take outside. Either a big fish stick or a beef gullet. And then He goes outside and he lays around and he barks at stuff going by, chases squirrels out of the yard till about 12:30. And then I don't close the back door all the way when he's outside, and he can just push it in and come inside, you know. Around 12:30, 1 o'clock, all of a sudden there he is. He comes in the house and lays down either under the desk, or usually he tangles himself up around the base of my chair. So once he comes in and lays on my chair, I can't move. I can't move my chair around. All I can do is swivel to get up and get back in, because he's all tangled up around the base of it. He lays with his butt and his legs all wrapped around it. I don't know why or how. But I can't move my chair because he's there. But that's okay. I know where he's at. It's very comforting. Very comforting to know that this dog comes and curls up around you, curls up on your feet or around your chair and sits there all day. The rest of the day doesn't leave your side. If someone comes to the door, he barks his head off. Bark, bark, bark. He runs to the front door and then he runs back to wherever I'm at, like he's coming to get me. Someone's at the door. Someone's at the door. Let's see. He just made another mess here. Eddie Tricks was on earlier, and when I was picking up some dog poo, and he said, "You pick up after your dog?" I said, "Yeah, I got to. Refresh. There we go." $0 million. 0 millions. I wonder what the blue is. Is the blue gas, or is that some kind of electric? They've got blue and orange. I don't know what they are. Are they water lines? Could be water lines. Home of the Wicked Witch and her pack of dogs. Ha! That's funny. I wonder what that is. Oh, those are underground electrical boxes or something, aren't they? That's what that is. Come on, Toby. Come on, little buddy. Come on, let's leave it. Leave it. $5 million in the building. We went from 0 millions to 5 millions. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to say hi to each other and Toby if you feel like it. We're on our morning walk, nearing the end. Come on, Bubba. Okay, come on. I wonder where the people got these little tiny trash cans from. The little bitty ones. I've never seen them. There's two of them. Two houses side by side got the little bitty ones. Let's keep moving, Tobe. Let's keep moving, Toby. Come on, let's bend a corner this way. We've got about 15 minutes left of our walk. We're close to home, so we're gonna bend another corner. We gotta walk at least an hour. Come on, little buddy. Oh, there's more on the chat. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't see the arrow. I thought it was stuck. Hey, Nate, how's it going? I missed a whole bunch of chat. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Let me back up here. Hey, be okay. Welcome, welcome. I just now saw the chat. I didn't realize it was froze up. There was no arrow that pointed down. Anastasia says, this one who lives there is a witch. Yeah, that's what she claims. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Nate, I'm sorry. Howdy, howdy. I didn't see the chat was going. The little arrow wasn't on there. But I see it now. Hey, Share Bear. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Anastasia says, Baba Toby loves the taco. Yes, we do. Look at that. They got a Halloween demolition derby event coming up at the fairgrounds this coming Saturday. They'll have the demolition derby where the cars crashing together. It's a lot of fun to watch. I've seen before. Come on, Tobe. I've seen where they had school bus demolition derby before, and they had a bunch of school buses riding around and crashing into each other. They were doing a figure eight, driving on a track that was shaped like a figure eight, and they were crashing at the intersection. So it was kind of crazy. Well, not kind of. It was super crazy. But we've been watching the demolition derby since we were little kids. Grandma would take us out to the Potato Festival when we were like 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, and we'd go out and ride their rides and watch the demolition derbies. To the demolition derby? Take you to? I don't think so. I'd have to go there. Haha. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. There would be some good content, though. Okay, we're having a hard time keeping Toby moving now. He's got too much to smell here, I guess. We got all kinds of churches in our town. This is the Byzantine Catholic Church. St. George's. We got big churches, we got little churches, we got churches that don't look like churches. Hey, Assad Danger Brand, how's it going, buddy? How's your brother? You know, that's the first question we're gonna ask. How's our little brother doing? Hopefully you got good news for us. Come on. Come on, Tobe. Keep moving. It's another really nice morning. There's a little bit of a breeze. Not too cold out. I think it was 50 degrees when we left the house. Let's see. Assad says his brother in Operation Theater lasts 5 hours. 2 hours more to go. Yeah, we're praying for your brother, Assad. We're praying for him. Did this happen at home? I understand that there's a shooting war going on right now also with between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Oh, look at these guys, got all kinds of ghosts. Keep moving, boy. Yeah. Yes, we're praying for him. Oh, look at the lions, and they face each other. You see them? One's the left side, and one's the right side. Those are nice. I like those. I'll have to find some of those. I always look for stuff like that when we go to rummage sales, thrift stores. I'm always typing in their statue. That's how I found the ones I got. The couple of old antique what do they call them? Bird baths. And then I've got the statue of the lady, Esmeralda. That's how I found her statue too, was on the Craigslist. I'm trying to think of where it was I went to get her at. I think it was in Auburn, next town over to the west is where I got her at, out in the country. There's somebody's garden, done for the year. Let's keep moving. Anastasia Bless asks, Titlepro, do you have those Halloween ghosts? No, I do not. I don't have anything. We don't have any kind of decorations up yet. It's still really early. Halloween's not for a couple more weeks. Maybe I'll figure out how to make a ghost. I'll get an old bed sheet or something and stick it out there. I doubt it, though. About the most that I will do is hand out candy. I usually buy a bunch of candy to hand out to the kids. I give out big handfuls of candy. Big handfuls. That way it's over with quick. Toby made a new friend real quick, didn't he? They didn't bark at each other or anything. He looked like a boxer dog. This here's Bernie Park. We were here not too long ago, just a few days ago. This is the park where I went to daycare, and as a little kid, this is where we came during the summer times. And of course, we played here all day, every day. It doesn't have as many big trees as it used to, this park. Those old trees come down. There used to be lots and lots of those big giant trees. They were everywhere, all through this park. You can see some are still here. This tree here, let me get my bearings. I believe no, that's not it. I don't think so. I think there was a swing set right here when I was little, and there was a great big tree like that. It must have come down already. And we used to swing as high as we could and jump, thinking we were going to jump into the tree. Hey, Priscilla the 6th. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by. I sure appreciate you. Oh, Priscilla, you're making loops? I was just talking about loops with somebody yesterday. About how we got scared off the loops this summer when the YouTube policy came out. Everybody thought it was about the loops, and people were deleting their loops. I admit that I got scared too, even though I don't have a whole lot of content. But I went through and took all my loops down to just the original recording. Like if it was a 2-minute loop, I edited the film down to 2 minutes. If it was a 1 minute, I edited it back down to 1 minute. That way I was still able to keep the watch hours and views, but I didn't have the loop on there anymore. But we were talking about it yesterday, and who's been monetized for looping since this summer? How many people have gotten monetized with loops on their channel still? You know? I think it was over nothing. I'm ready to start looping again. I like that. Playing some cool Toby, a cool Toby scene and some cool music. That was fun. Chatting all night. So these inside of these 3 trees here, I tell the story every time we come here. This is where we ate our lunch, right here in the middle of these 3 trees. So every time I come here, of course I got to touch these trees. Go around tree touching. So before we leave, we got to touch all 3 trees. Yeah, Maria, you still see loops. I saw loops all weekend. People are still looping. And nobody's getting demonetized over it. So it must have just been just a scare, misinterpretation of what was going on. Do you have loops, Maria? Did you do any looping? You probably don't need to. With 100 people in your chat all the time. Did you loop before you were monetized to get monetized? And do you still do it now? Priscilla says, yes, Maria, but we don't if YT can monetize with the loops. Yeah, people, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Because the argument yesterday was, you got music playing and the scene's constantly changing even though it's repeating, but it's not repeating on with the same music. If the music, I don't know how to describe it. Oh, you'd have to have a separate music track, wouldn't you? Anyhow, yeah, I like the loops. Kind of miss it. It's a good way to collect the subs and the WH. We're moving along with our subs and our WH. We've got about 750 subs and about 1,500 watch hours, I think. So we got twice as many watch hours as subs. And we're moving along. Our playlists are getting play. And I want to thank everybody for playing our playlists. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Slowly but surely we'll get there. It's not a race, though. We're not in a race. When we get there, we get there. Yeah, the trees are nice in that park. It's a really neat park. We've got a lot of nice parks in our town. In our village. Here's another church. This is the next block over from the other church. We just walked around a big block. But there's churches everywhere. Come on, Bubba. Churches everywhere in town. Yes, Priscilla, it's not a race. Sooner or later we get there. And you know the route, right? You know that we'll get there sooner or later. It's a wonder that people keep refurbishing these old houses. This one's getting refurbished. Oh, look at that. Looks like they got new siding and windows going in. New roof on it. It's the wonder people keep refurbishing these 100-year-old houses. Good morning. Toby thinks he's a hunting dog now. Yesterday he practically climbed halfway up a tree trying to get to a squirrel last night. It's so funny. And he's not a hunting dog, but he sure acts like it. He went into a point a couple of weeks ago looking at a rabbit. He went into a point like a pointer dog. I wish I'd have had that on film, or at least got a picture of it. Well, we're on our home stretch here. Okay, come on, Bubba. We got attacked by a dog over here this summer. Come running out of a house over here. We're not going to go that way. We'll keep going forward. That's that dog. That dog barking, you can hear barking. That's that dog that come after us. He bit Toby. he kept coming and coming, and I had Toby behind me, and I was between Toby and that dog, and the dog just kept lunging and lunging for Toby, trying to get around me. And I yelled at it, I stomped my feet, but the dog just wouldn't stop. And then he took another lunge at Toby and nipped at him, and I kicked him. And the dog went flying from the sidewalk into the street. You could see the distance, like this. He went flying from the sidewalk to the street, and he hopped right back up and came right back after us. We walked. I hit him with a stick. It was like we couldn't get away. The dog, we couldn't just walk away, you know what I mean? The dog was coming at us and lunging at Toby and snapping at him, and I hit that dog across the nose with a stick too that I picked up off the ground. And that didn't faze him. He kept coming after us. Finally, he went after somebody else. We crossed this busy street here that we're walking along. So he followed us for 4 blocks. Then when we crossed this street here, he went after somebody else. And we kept going. Real nice guy. I left the dog to be somebody else's problem. It was terrible. I was mad. Wait, let's see. Anastasia says, where's JD? We were with her in Wamoyo's live stream, and she told me she is now your neighbor there in Michigan. You may meet her in the street. Oh, ha 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 ha. That'd be great. Come on by, JD. We'll go have lunch. This is an ice cream shop here on the corner. They got good ice cream. I come down every once in a while, but it's like $6 for an ice cream. $6 USD for an ice cream cone. Isn't that crazy? Come on, little Toby. Let's see. Halloween party with a DJ for the kids. The ice cream Buddy's Columbus cone. Come on, Toby. Okay, come on. $800 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And it's not even the best ice cream in town. It's good ice cream, but it's not the best. There's a place on the west side called Mama Lupo's ice cream, and they make their own ice cream. It's very, very good. It's expensive also. This is the spot where me and Charlie Boy got run over. Right here. Right there. Oh, the pain of it. Just to think about it. It's hard to walk on that street right there to cross that corner. Because all I can do is think about me and poor Charlie Boy laying in the street. Here's some more Halloween for you. Look at these jackasses parked across the street, across the sidewalk. This is against city ordinance. You're not supposed to do that. What if someone in a wheelchair came by? Someone in a wheelchair came by, wouldn't be able to get past that. And look at all this parking. They could park in the street. They could park here. Come on. All that parking, and they're parking across the sidewalk. What jackasses. Oh, you can make ice cream at home? I've seen it. When we were Cub Scouts, we made ice cream in one of those little ice cream makers. But that was when I was a kid. Here you can see the trash truck coming along. Well, we won't be able to see the arm work. It's got a little arm on it that comes out, and it grabs the can and picks it up. You can see it up in the air and dumps it. Toby doesn't like the trash truck. Toby doesn't like the trash truck for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because it's so noisy. Oh, your trash truck just came by? Yeah, today's our trash day for our area of town. I usually cut my grass hair, have it cut on Mondays, so that the clippings can go out on Tuesday morning, but I think I cut it on Friday last week. Friday or Saturday. The kid that cuts my grass hasn't been by in 3 weeks. One of the neighbors down the road works for a landscape company, and he came by 2 weekends ago and asked me, did I want that he would take over cutting the grass if I wanted. And I told him, yeah. But wait till Monday, because we cut it on Mondays, And then he called me on Friday, before the Monday, and I think he was calling to say he'd be there on Monday, and then I never saw him. And then that was last Monday, and then I didn't see him yesterday. I saw him the day before. He stopped and petted Toby, but didn't say nothing about coming and cutting the grass. Huh. Oh. You see the faces there? Looks like a turtle, doesn't it? Turtle face. Yeah, so we're back to cutting it ourselves. Not that we can't cut it ourselves, but it's a little painful on the knees. We will survive. It's hard to find people that will consistently do anything that'll show up when they're supposed to nowadays. All the people that work conscientiously and always show up got jobs, You're not going to find someone to do occasional stuff for you that's real reliable. Because if they were real reliable and super go-getters, they'd have regular jobs. Right? Hey, China. Welcome. How are you? Oh, hey, folks. Give me a second here. Let me hand out some of these jackets. I forget all the time. I never remember. There we go. Priscilla and China. We got you your blue jackets. Welcome. We're going to say hi to our chickens, our neighbors' chickens. Yeah, there they are. There's the chickens. Those are the eggs that we eat. We buy eggs from our neighbor here. Hold on, Toby. They've had chickens for years and years. Come on, Toby. Look at Toby. Toby visits with them. They bring treats over every day for Toby. It's funny. They're good people. I went to high school with the husband. Same grade, same age. Yeah, the wife comes over every day and visits Toby. She brings him a treat. They don't have any dogs anymore. But she keeps dog treats for Toby. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that neat? Let's see if the trash guy come by yet. We made it home. Nope, our little bit of trash is still in there, so we're gonna add Toby's 1, 2, 3 to it. Come on, Bubba. We'll cut the grass in a couple of days. It's not looking bad. A lot of leaves. We'll get a ton of leaves though. That big tree right there across the street, that'll drop a lot of leaves, and believe it or not, they'll come all the way over here. It's a cottonwood tree, and every year when it blossoms or whatever it does and sends out all the cottonwood seeds, oh my God, what a mess. Our entire lawn and the house and everything's covered in that white cottonseed fluff. Look, here's Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Hey, little buddy. Kitty and puppy. Yes, Toby knows home. He's tired. Look at him. He's tired out. He was laying down a few blocks back. He laid down after the trash truck. He's laid down a couple times in the last 20 minutes. He must be tired. He woke up last night too. He was up for a little while. Does anybody have anything special planned for today? We're gonna work, as always. Work. Fun. It's Tuesday, so it's lunchtime with my buddy Jeff, Taco Tuesday. But I haven't heard from him. Usually he calls the day before. We text or call to make sure we're meeting up. He's working third shifts now, so I'm not sure if he's used to it yet, if he'll be available today or not. It's hard to get used to third shift when you're from days. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Toby sleeps most of the night, Maria. He like the dogs, they get up and they move around during the night. He starts out sleeping next to my bed, and then he moves about 15 minutes later to the foot of the bed, and then about 15 minutes later he goes out into the living room and he lays along the front door, and then a little while later he'll be laying across the door to my bedroom, and a little while later he'll be laying in the bathroom. I'll get up in the middle of the night and I remember him laying at the front door, and I'll go in the bathroom, he'll be in there laying. He moves all around. Dogs don't sleep all night. That's why they sleep so much during the day. There's River Girl. Can you see River Girl? Anastasia, can you see River Girl? Look. River Girl lives right across the street. There she is. Hi, River. Hi, River Puppy. There's River Girl. She's got a ramp over there that she goes down. Or she goes down the ramp, I think. I don't think she uses the stairs. But there's River Girl with her tail wagging. There she is. She's a good dog. Yeah, River Girl lives right across the street. Right across the street. Look, there's Toby. There's River Girl. Toby, you want to go say hi to River Girl? You want to go say hi to River Girl? Let me get a treat. We got treats in the truck. Oh, too old. Let's see where our treat's at. I know we got some in the truck. And then we'll go say hi to River. Not sure where they are. Hold on, folks. Bear with me. Oh, I see them. They're on the other side. Whoops. Hold on, folks. Hold on. We'll get these treats out. Whoop. We didn't unlock both doors. Son of a gun. Okay, folks. Hold tight a second. I'm going to set you down. get these treats. There we go. Here, now we'll go see River Girl. We got to handle the treats. Come on. Come on, Tobe. Hi, River. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. Here, we'll give her some. We'll give her some treats. Here you go. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. How's the baby? How's baby girl? You say hi, Toby? Did you say hi? Did you say hi to your neighbor? She's such a good baby. She's such a good girl. Look. There we go. Had to untangle the boy. He was all tangled up. And he is once again. Come on, Bubba. Okay. Say bye. See you later. See you later, River. See you later, baby girl. See you later, baby girl. Such a good baby. Toby's looking at his cat. Toby says, "What are you looking at? Come on. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's get our breakfast. Let's get our breakfast." Almost. 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 Let's say goodbye to the people. Stay right there. Stay right there. Let's say goodbye to the people. Well, folks, it's that time of day again. Time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming by and saying hi. Hey, Wakesho. Welcome, welcome. You caught us on the way out. We're just ending our live stream. I keep saying we. Toby's going to eat and take a nap. I'm going to go inside and work. Work. Start my day. Got a lot of typing to do. Typing and reading. Such a good baby. And a good kitty. Good kitty. That's a good baby. He's a good kid. Now that he's old, he used to never be outside. He spent years without going outside. And it was just this year he decided he wanted to be an outdoor kitty. I was nervous about it because he doesn't have his front claws. He's been declawed. But he's doing okay. It's kind of funny. Earlier this year, he got cornered by some other cats. The neighborhood cats cornered him underneath the porch, and it was a meow, meow, meow. Sounded like cats going crazy. I had to come out and rescue him because he couldn't fight his way out of there with no claws. He's a good kitty. Good puppy. He's a good puppy. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Toby. Anastasia, that was so fast, she says. We're at 82 minutes right now. I got to get to work. What's that? Almost an hour and a half. We went 20 minutes past our hour. Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming by. Unfiltered Maria says, I didn't know the clowns could be removed. The clowns. Oh, the claws. Yeah, look, you can see he's got back claws. He's got claws in the back, but he's got no front claws. Poor baby. That's so cruel. I didn't do it. This is Ike's third home. He's lived in 2 other homes before he came here. The first home he was in, after they declawed him, they didn't, for some reason, they got a new baby. They had a new baby or something. and Ike was climbing in the baby's crib or something. I don't remember the story. So they threw him out. They put him outside and made him an outside cat with no claws. And so my daughter took him from them people. Said that she'll have him. And then she came home to live again. And when she left to go move in with her husband and get married, she left this guy behind. So now he's in his third home. I think he's happy. He gets along really good with the dog. They hang out all day. He gets to eat. He eats good. He gets canned cat food. He's living the life. Nope, there goes Toby. Toby doesn't like the trash truck. Anastasia says, thank you for walking us your village title. Oh, you're so very welcome. And thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. Come here. Come here. Let's look at the people. Bye, folks. We'll see you on the streets. And we'll see you tomorrow, probably. Bye.